Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a really difficult topic, one that's caused a lot of sadness, especially in the sports world, but honestly far beyond it, too.
It really has. It's heavy stuff.
Absolutely. And for you listening, our aim here is really to try and, look past the initial shock, the headlines, and just provide a clear, comprehensive understanding of what actually happened.
Exactly. We're focusing today on the terribly untimely passing of the Portuguese footballer Diogo Jota and his younger brother André Silva. We've gathered quite a bit for this deep dive. Official reports, news articles, lots of tributes too, trying to piece together not just the event, but who these two young men were.
Right. So our mission, if you like, is to carefully unpack the details around their deaths, get a sense of them as people, as professionals, and also understand the huge wave of reaction, the grief that followed globally. We want you to come away with a full picture, as much as possible, of this really significant and, frankly, heartbreaking event. Okay, so let's maybe start with the hardest part, the details of the accident itself. What do the official reports tell us?
Right. So, according to the Spanish Civil Guard, this happened very early in the morning, somewhere between 0.30 and a 0.40 local time.
Right.
It was on the A52 motorway near kilometer 65, which is in Cernadia, Spain.
And the cause?
The reports point to a tire blowout.
Yeah.
It seems they were in the process of overtaking another vehicle when it happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the car they were in, a Lamborghini, it veered off the road.
Hmm.
And then, tragically, it caught fire.
And just to be clear, no other vehicles were actually involved in the crash itself.
That's what the reports state, yes.
Yeah.
No other cars involved in the incident directly. Just a terrible, terrible accident.
It's just awful. A stark reminder, isn't it, how fragile life is. Let's talk about Diogo Jota, a life cut short, really at the peak of his powers. For listeners who maybe don't follow football that closely, can you paint a picture of his career?
Yeah, absolutely. Diogo Jota, his full name, Diogo José Teixeira da Silva.
Yeah.
He had a really impressive career path. Started out professionally at Paços de Ferreira in Portugal. Then Atletico Madrid actually signed him, loaned him to Porto for a bit.
Right, I remember that.
But he really, really made his name at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves. Played brilliantly there.
He was fantastic for them.
Absolutely. Which led to that big move to Liverpool in 2020. That was for, around 41 million?
Yeah, a huge fee.
A massive fee. And he lived up to it. I mean, the numbers are pretty striking. 65 goals in 182 games for Liverpool. And for Portugal, the national team, 49 caps, 14 goals. He was part of the squad that won the UEFA Nations League, both in 2019 and again just recently in 2025.
And it wasn't just the numbers, was it? He had this reputation, this knack for scoring really important goals.
Exactly that. People often called him a clutch player. He just had this ability to deliver in big moments, tight games, scored decisive goals time and time again for Liverpool especially.
Was there a specific period or game that really cemented that reputation for him, where you just thought, wow, he always turns up?
Oh, definitely. When he first joined Liverpool, he hit the ground running so fast.
Yeah.
Scored some vital winners early on, like against West Ham, remember that one? And that Champions League hat-trick away from home.
Yeah, incredible start.
And his versatility was key, too. He could play anywhere across the front line, left, right, center. That made him so valuable, tactically very intelligent on top of his, pace and finishing. A manager's dream, really.
Such a talent. And then there was his brother, André Silva, also involved in football.
Yes, André Felipe Teixeira da Silva. He was Diogo's younger brother, just 26 years old at the time. He was a footballer, too, played as a winger or sometimes an attacking midfielder. His club was Penafiel, playing in Liga Portugal, too, the second tier in Portugal.
So two brothers, both pursuing careers in the sport they loved. It just adds another layer. And beyond the pitch, the personal side of the story is just... it's incredibly poignant, isn't it?
It really is. It makes it almost unbearably tragic. The timing. Diogo Jota had just gotten married.
Just married. When?
He married his partner, Ruud Cardoso, on June 22nd, 2025. That's less than 2 weeks before the crash happened.
Oh, my goodness. Less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. And there are 3 young children together. So you have this immense personal high, the wedding, this young family, and then this devastating double loss, him and his brother. It's hard to comprehend for the family.
Absolutely unimaginable. So when this news broke, the reaction must have been instantaneous and just huge.
It really was. Just shockwaves everywhere.
Yeah.
Liverpool FC put out a statement pretty quickly saying they were, quote, devastated. They stressed the need for privacy, obviously, and support for both families. The Portuguese Football Federation, too, they called it an irreparable loss. They organized a moment of silence and described Jota as an extraordinary person, known for his infectious joy.
You saw tributes pouring in from everywhere, didn't you? Not just former
Oh,
teammates.
absolutely. Big names, legends of the game, Steven Gerrard, Jamie Carragher, Cristiano Ronaldo, Gary Neville, countless others.
Hmm.
Rival clubs in the Premier League, clubs across Europe and the world, everyone just expressed shock, deep sadness.
And the public reaction, the fans.
It was massive. You saw flags at half-mast at Anfield, Liverpool's stadium. People left flowers, scarves, tributes outside the ground. There was even a minute's silence observed during a Portugal women's Euro match shortly after. It really showed the depth of feeling, how much respect people had for him and the sadness about his brother, too. It went way beyond just club loyalty.
It really speaks volumes about his impact. Thinking about that wider impact, was there more to Diogo Jota than just the footballer? What else should people know about him?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone who spoke about him mentioned his personality warm, dedicated to his family. That came across really strongly in all the tributes. But here's something maybe less known, but quite fascinating. He was seriously into esports, like really good.
Esports, like video games.
Exactly. Specifically FIFA. Get this.
Yeah.
He was ranked #1 in the world in FIFA 21 at one point.
#1 in the world. Seriously.
Seriously. He even founded his own esports team, Diogo Jota Esports, and used to stream on Twitch sometimes.
Wow, I had no idea. That's incredible.
It really is, isn't it? It shows another side to him. That competitive drive, the focus, the skill. It clearly wasn't just confined to the football pitch. It tells you something about his mentality, maybe even how he approached football. It kind of challenges that idea that top athletes are only focused on one thing.
Absolutely. So much more than just a player. A double Nations League winner with Portugal, nearly 50 caps, a key figure for Liverpool, but also this family man, this world-class esports competitor. It paints a much richer picture. It really leaves you reflecting on the scale of the loss, doesn't it? 2 young lives, Diogo on the cusp of so much more, just married, his brother André also with his future ahead. It's profoundly sad.
It is. His legacy, though, it's clear. His football achievements, obviously, but also who he was as a person, his family, even these other passions like esports.
Yeah.
It all contributes to how deeply he'll be remembered.
Yeah. That legacy will certainly resonate for a long, long time.
And maybe that's the final thought, How someone like Diogo Jota, excelling at the highest level in sport, but also having this whole other world-class passion in esports. It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it, about the hidden depths and talents people have, beyond what we usually see. Even amid such tragedy, the breadth of his life is quite remarkable.